So let's address the whole vision casting first and foremost, and why something like that is so important. It's one thing for you to say, you know what? I want to get more serious about taking care of me. I want to get some more information around that and what I could do. That's one thing to be thinking that, but until you make that vision a reality and really articulate it as something real, there's still the danger that it might fall off the radar screen. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want you to get back into your work areas or get back home with your family and friends and say to them, wow, you know what? I just came back from that naked conference. For those of you in my session, you'll understand. The rest of you, just bear with me. I just came back from that naked conference and that NASDAQ conference. And you know what? I learned some really cool stuff. And maybe for a week or two, you decide to do some things differently. But then after that week or two, you decide, okay, this is kind of hard. There's still those pressures. There's still all those demands. And then you let things just fizzle out. Please do not let it fizzle out. There's too much at stake. So, vision casting up first. So, when we start thinking about vision casting, one of the best ways to demonstrate why it is so critical is for you to actually demonstrate it. So, I am walking down the aisle in search of a volunteer. And I met someone this morning that really reminded me again of just the value of laughter. Now, usually when I'm seeking volunteers, I do look for people that do avoid eye contact. But in this case, you all don't have to worry about it because I had already spotted my volunteer. Whether she realized it or not, she volunteered this morning. Can we give her some encouragement? All right. Woo, yeah. All right. I promise you I will not embarrass you, because I know typically when somebody calls you up to the front, the first thing you're thinking is, oh no, what am I going to have to do? First of all, look at the folks around, all right? And because I want you to feel comfortable, can you all just send some nice, warm, loving energy her way? Nod, wave, smile. See, they're all rooting for you. Yeah. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give LaJohnia my quarter. Okay, and I'm going to ask you to hold on to my quarter, and I'm going to stand over here out of the way, and I'm going to ask you to do just one thing with my quarter, and that's my lucky quarter, by the way. Okay, so it's a lucky quarter. So I'm going to stand over here, and I'm going to, just one thing I'm going to ask you to do with that, all right? I want you to take that quarter, and I want you to hit that target over there. Did you hear what she said? She said, hit what target? You're done. That's it. Yeah. Whoa, and I love it. You're done. Yeah. She sounds disappointed. She said, what target? And that's really the point of vision casting, because guess what? If I had said to her that the target is right behind you, close to this microphone, she would have turned her body away from me and she would have aimed for that target. That's what vision, mission, and goals are about. Being able to pinpoint something, being able to identify it. Because if I had told her that that's where the target was, guess what she would have done? She would have turned her body away from me. She would have gotten focused on that target, and she would have aimed for it, and all of her energy and all of her effort would have been behind this quarter. She would have released it to hit the target. That's what vision casting is about. When I can identify it and see it and also articulate it, guess what? That actually increases my chances of being on that path to hit that target. So if you're wanting to do anything around self-care, the first thing you need to be thinking about is, how am I defining that? Am I going to set some concrete goals for myself? Or is it just going to be this fluffy thing that sits over here? So that's going to be key. You identifying the target for you. So it also will point back to having a general frame of reference for a lot of what we talked about this morning. And for those of you that weren't in that session, we'll do a deeper dive and a quick review. But it's going to be you pinpointing what's right for you at this point in your life as it relates to your professional life, but also your personal. Because I don't want this to be just about the work, but certainly having you to look at it from a holistic perspective. So I'm going to take that lucky quarter, and I'm actually going to give it to you because I also like to always make the point that it pays to volunteer. So you get to keep that as a memento of our time.